What's going on, guys? It's Sensei Adam and welcome back to another Brawl Stars video. In this video, we're going to be discussing the Brawl Talk that yesterday they just announced is coming soon. But when exactly? We don't exactly know. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing when I think the Brawl Talk is going to come out, what is probably going to be in the Brawl Talk, and also I'm going to give my guess for when the next update is going to come out. And also, the thing that everybody also asked me so many times, when I think Global Release and Android Release is going to come out. So I'm going to give my best guess based on facts, not just random opinion, of when Global Release is most likely to come out. But if you do enjoy the video, make sure to smash that like button and hit the subscribe button because I upload daily Brawl Stars content every single day. So without any further ado, let's get started on the video. So, if you guys haven't been keeping up with Brawl Stars lately, this is what's going down. Yesterday they just announced that the Brawl Talk is being recorded currently with Corey and Lex. So congrats to those guys, they also make some great content. But they didn't exactly give any specifics. They just gave a picture that they're in Finland and they're going to record it. So, what exactly is going to be on the Brawl Talk? Well, there's a few things that I know they have to be working on and I think are the most likely cases to be in the Brawl Talk. So let's just go over every single one of them. And the first one is spectating. A lot of people have been requesting this and it's a big topic that they need to address, which is spectating. If they want to in the future have some esports league, they need to have people be able to watch in rooms. So these are the few ideas that I have that could be implemented. So if you're in a friendly room, you could go ahead and just spectate people, like have people on the side. Say you have the 3 or 6 regular people in a friendly battle room, you could go ahead and let other people join on the side and just be spectator. And you can have an unlimited amount of people just on the side watching. But I don't know how exactly they would do it with ranked matches, because a lot of people would say that that is cheating. But I feel like they do need to have spectating on ranked matches. So my idea for that would be to have like a 10-second delay between like what's happening and what the person spectating is actually seeing. So they don't exactly tell the people what exactly is happening. Here's where they are right now. So you can have spectating, but it's also fair. Next up on the thing that I think they're working really hard on is replays of game and a battle log. And this is a big deal too. In Clash Royale, when it was released, they had replays of games. But the thing with that game, it was a lot easier to create replays. That was because all that they do when they create a replay is just record where every single piece was dropped, where every single card was dropped, and then let the AI do the work. But the problem with Brawl Stars is that the players move it themselves, so there's no AI involved. So they would either have to record every single game, actually recording it, or they would have to find a different way to save file space. Because if they did try and record every game normally, it would take like a huge file size. So let's say it would be like a bounty game with a 2.5-minute game size. So how much would that be? I think it would be like around 200 megabytes or 300 megabytes. And imagine how many games are going to be played. So that would add up really quickly. They would need a ton of storage space. So I don't think that would be practical. From what I heard from somebody in Reddit, they said there's a way that like a game like Overwatch does it, where it saves file spaces. Like I think a file size is only like 5 or 10 megabytes, but I don't know how exactly they do it. So I hope they figure out a way to do replays. And also, if they're going to add replays, they should probably add a feature, just like Clash Royale, where you can go ahead and share your replays with the chat. Because it's really good to be able to interact and go ahead and share a good replay and be like, oh look, I just had a really clutch moment in this game, come check it out. It's just more interactive and it makes your work seem like it was a lot more worthwhile. What do you guys think? Just leave it down in the comments. What else do you think should be added? Alright, but moving on and keeping up with tradition, they're probably going to add 1 or 2 more brawlers. And that is because in the September update they added 2 brawlers, which was Tara and Pam. And on the December update they added 1 brawler, which was Daryl. So I think they're of course going to add 1 more new brawler or 2. But my guess for the rarities is they're going to be either epic or mythic. And the reason for that is because right now they only have 2 epics and 2 mythics. And I think they really want to have 3 mythics and 3 epics just to like entice people to spend more money on boxes, you know, when to get global release to get more money. So that's why I think it's going to be either an epic or a mythic. I don't think they're going to do it as a legendary, because when Clash Royale released, they didn't have that many legendaries and they just had it at a really low drop rate. So I think they're going to entice people to spend money on those boxes when global release comes around, and just have it as an epic or a mythic. As for what the brawler does, I have no idea. There's a bunch of brawler suggestions out there, and I think they could, like, there's a bunch of ideas, like a boomerang brawler, a ghost brawler, or any other things like that. So let your imagination run wild. There could be any possibility of brawlers, but in all likely, they might just create another robot brawler that copies another brawler's ability like Daryl just did. But I have no idea. Alright, moving on to another thing that's not as important as the previous 3 that we just talked about, and that is voice acting for brawlers. Now, I think they're of course going to be working on voice acting. And like I've said before, I don't think they're going to release it globally until they have voice acting for all 19 brawlers, or however many brawlers they have in the future. So, in this update, I think they're going to be working on at least 3 more voice acting. Because on the previous update, that's what they did. They worked on 3 different voice acting for brawlers. And I don't remember what they did for the September update, or if any brawlers had any more voice acting, but I think they did, so I'm not sure. Currently, 9 out of the 19 brawlers don't have voice acting. So I believe they're going to either do 3 or 5 voice acting. So they can just do 5 now, and in the next update in the future, have the rest of the 4 done, or 5 if they add 1 more new brawler, and then they can release it globally. But that's just my opinion. Next up is something that I don't think a lot of people know exactly exists, and that is the changes in the game between the iPhone and the iPad, and how Supercell has posted on Reddit that they're going to try and make it the same. Because if you play on an iPhone, like here, I have an iPhone, and if you play on a tablet, like I have a tablet, this isn't exactly an iPad, it's an Android tablet, so RIP, I can't play the game on this tablet. But the difference between a tablet and an iPhone, if you've played on both of them, you know that there's a difference when you play the game. On a phone right here, you can see a little bit further because this length right here isn't on an iPad. So if you play somebody like a Piper or a Brock and you play on an iPad, you're going to find that their range passes like through the edge of your range. So you're not going to be able to see the edge of their range, and it's going to be really hard to hit their shots at their max range. While on the phone, if you play with somebody like Piper, you can see the edge of their range fine because you can see those extra 3 tiles. While somebody on an iPad is going to be at a disadvantage there. But just to compensate for that, the iPad, since it's wider, you can see more horizontally than an iPhone. You're going to be seeing that in other videos too, where if somebody plays an iPad, their video is bigger. And I really want them to fix this issue. They said they're going to be working on it because I probably in the future want to get an iPad. So on the video here, it's not as thin. It can be a little bit wider. But the issue with that is it gives you a significant disadvantage for this game. Because although the iPad has more of a horizontal path and the phone has a more vertical path, in most maps except Showdown, the vertical path, like vertically, gives you a lot better advantage than if you can see more horizontal. And that's because in most maps, it's just a straight line, and horizontally there isn't that much space to go over there. So you don't get that much of an advantage seeing horizontal. But the more vertical you can see, the better it is. And this last one we're going to discuss is probably one that I don't know if it's going to exactly be on the next update, but it could be, and that is another game mode. There's been a bunch of suggestions in the Reddit of multiple game modes that could be added to the game. Like a payload mode where you have to try and get a cart to the enemy base, or a capture the flag mode where there's 2 flags on each side. You can get a flag. If you have the flag, you can't shoot and you go slower, so you have to try and help your team escort your teammate with the flag to go to your base, and just a lot more game modes. And you guys can check out a bunch of suggestions in the Reddit. Just search idea and it's gonna be all there. But I just think that they should add a lot more game modes in the future, like maybe every update, every 3 months, add a new game mode to spice up the game and get people back into the game. But like I said before, I don't think this one is very likely. there's probably like a 50-50 chance, maybe even less than that, unlike the other suggestions that I just said, which I think are very, very likely and high on their priority. This one, I don't know, because there's probably a bunch of game modes that are already in the game, and they might think there's enough for global release. So I don't know if they're going to be working on that or think it's a huge priority, but we can hope. Alright guys, so these are all the things that I think are very likely to be in the next update. Probably each one of them have like an 80 to 90% chance to be both in the Brawl Talk and in the update, except the last one, which I think is 50-50, because I don't know if they're going to make a new game mode a huge priority. But these aren't all the opinions that I think should be added into the game. I've had a bunch of other ideas that I put in another video titled What Brawl Stars Needs for Global Release. I'm just going to list a few of them right here. I'm probably also going to put that video in the description just in case you guys want to go ahead and see all of the ideas that I have for the game. But some of the things that I really think are high priority for the game is better motivation for 500 plus trophies on each brawler. Maybe like a ranked mode, kind of like League of Legends, but I don't think that's ever going to be added. And also, one that I really hope they're working on is public game rooms, because let's say people in your band aren't active right now and you want to get into a public game room, just make a public game room. What's so hard about doing that? And also, one that I think would really spice up the game very, very much, making a custom map builder, so people can make their own maps. Like, let's say you can make your very own smash and grab map and play it in friendly battles, and then you can go ahead and share it with everybody, and say the community can vote each month on their favorite 2 maps for each game mode, and then they could go ahead and put it in the main rotation for that month. That would be pretty cool, right? And I think just a few of those are some great ideas. So if you guys want to check out the rest of my ideas that I put, I'll leave the link for that video in the description. It's titled What Brawl Stars Needs for Global Android Release. So make sure to check that out. But now for prediction time, and the thing that you guys probably always love. You always love to ask me, when's global release? When's the next update? Well, let's discuss that now. And we're going to be discussing 3 things. When the Brawl Talk, next update, and global Android release is going to be. First, let's go ahead and discuss Brawl Talk and the update. Well, Supercell has followed a pattern, and they said this is what they want to do. The update is every 3 months, and the Brawl Talk is usually a week before that. So the September update, the Brawl Talk, was like on a Friday, and the update was on a Monday, like right at the beginning of September. Same thing for December. It was in the beginning of December, and the update was on a Thursday, in about the 2nd week of December. So what we can expect is the same pattern. The Brawl Talk, in my opinion, it's either going to be in the 1st or 2nd of March, which is a Thursday or a Friday. And then the update is probably going to be the 8th of March. It could be either the 5th or the 8th, but that depends if Supercell wants to give sneak peeks out to YouTubers. So they're probably going to take like the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th of March to give sneak peeks. And then the 8th is probably when they're going to drop the update. But it could be anywhere on that week, probably like between the 5th and the 9th of March. And that's when you're going to see the next update being rolled out. So, Brawl Talk, either the 1st or 2nd of March, and the update could be anywhere between the 5th and the 9th of March. But now let's go ahead and discuss when I believe global release is finally going to come out. Because everybody always asks me, when's Android? When's going to be global? Alright, this is my opinion, but it's based on facts, and not just opinion. So I'm going to put here on the left something that somebody posted on Reddit for when global release is probably going to come out. Because for Supercell game, just like Clash Royale, they followed a pattern. And we're seeing it play out just like you see it in Brawl Stars. So step 1, the game was released on iOS soft launch. Step 2, game was updated. Step 3, Supercell decided to add more countries into the thing, where we just saw Finland, Sweden, and Norway just got their release for iOS, I think about a month ago. And this is where we are right now. And step 4, which is the one that we're probably going to be at in a month with the next update, is to update the game again. And that's probably what the March update is, just heading over to step 4. And next, after that, is step 5, and it's the one that all Android users are going to cheer for. They're going to love it, and which is to add more countries into the mix, and they're going to have an Android soft launch. So I can't wait for that. I have no idea when it's gonna be, but maybe it might be a month or a month and a half after the March update. So it might be released on Android as a soft launch in about the beginning of April. Don't quote me on that, but it might be. That's what I'm predicting. But after that, they're gonna update the game again, and it's gonna be in a short period of time. Not gonna be a huge update like a 3-month window, maybe like a month and a half or 2 months just to polish up the game. And after that, after they do that last update, the global release is gonna be in the following days. So that's a 7-step program that I think Supercell is taking with Brawl Stars, just like they took with Clash Royale. And my global release prediction, since that's the timetable, I would say probably in the middle of May to the early June. So that's my prediction. Maybe like late May, like May 20th to about June 10th, around that window, just right before summer vacation. So everybody, right when they get out of school and they go and enjoy their summer vacations, they can go and pick up this amazing game and go ahead and play it. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching, and I can't wait for the next Brawl Talk and the upcoming update. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know, I can get the dev build this time. I've already asked Supercell, and their answer was kind of maybe, I don't know. But I don't know if I'm going to get it, but I'm always going to be updating you guys with all the sneak peeks. And hopefully when the next update comes out, I can probably upload like 4 videos in a day, just like I did with the last update. And since we're streaming now, maybe I'll stream like 8 hours on the update day. So, hope everybody enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.